So, old Minecraft. Why do people still play it? I mean, isn't it just a less fleshed out version of Minecraft with less features, less blocks, less mobs, and worse graphics? I mean, yeah, kinda. But I also think that old versions of Minecraft hold a special place in my heart to this day, so I still play them regularly. Now for this video, I'll be using the beta 1.501 version of Minecraft to record footage. I chose this version because it still has a lot of the old features that I personally prefer, but I know a lot of people still use the beta 1.7.3 version, since it is the last version of Minecraft before a new terrain generation system and hunger were added. Do you ever feel like modern Minecraft seems pretty bland? I mean, not bland per se, but just not stylized. Kinda boring. I feel like part of the reason for this is that the early game textures and colors stood out more. They really popped, and they were more vibrant and unique. Look at cobblestone. Yeah, it's kind of an eyesore, but I think it's unique and distinct. Look at the blueness of the water. It contrasts really nicely with sand and gravel laid against it. The world generation was different. Less realistic, more fantasy. Giant floating cliffs with lava falls and floating islands felt so cool, and all the giant lakes with gravel shores were great to look at. Everything felt more indie. Now, modern building in Minecraft is great. I mean, look at these builds that other people far more skilled than me made. They're great. They're super detailed. But I can't help but feel that something about builds like these are just as, if not more, impressive. Why do I think that? I mean, think about it. Modern day builds usually use tools that let you easily build large structures quickly. Back in the early days, you had to put each block individually one by one, making builds like this much more impressive. And I feel like back in the day, it was more about the thought and effort that went into the builds than the in-depth detail and intricate placement of blocks that made them impressive, if that makes sense. Big builds weren't the expectation when looking at a Minecraft world. They were going above and beyond, overcoming your surroundings to build something great. They were special. When talking about pacing in old Minecraft, it's important to bring up Beta 1.8, debatably the most controversial update in Minecraft history. Beta 1.8 for Minecraft not only changed the old world generation, but it added hunger. Now, what exactly does hunger really affect? Well, a lot. The food system being changed means that food can now stack, and it was far easier to keep a lot of backup food on you instead of having to carefully sort your inventory with a few pieces of food in case you got hurt. Beta 1.8 also added sprinting, which meant that you got places faster. It made the world feel a bit smaller, and giant builds felt less grand. The game became more fast-paced, which I personally dislike. Sprinting also allows you to outrun any mob you don't want to fight. Don't want to fight skeletons? Run. Out of food to heal with? Run. Back then, if you weren't prepared, you were screwed. It felt like a survival game. I think many people would agree when I say that the 1.9 update for Minecraft was very controversial. It completely changed combat from simple sword swinging to a more advanced system with timed attacks and shields. I personally like the new, faster swords and slower hitting axes, but the shields are definitely not a great addition. I mean, think about it. How many certain death experiences have you escaped by having a shield? A creeper sneaks up on you, or some skeletons fire a volley of arrows at you. Both of these can be avoided with a shield. It blocks all damage. It ruins the thrill and the fun of combat. Maybe for a more casual player, it's a good idea, but they definitely remove some of the survival aspect, if not all of it. This might sound silly, but I think that older versions of Minecraft are genuinely scary sometimes. For example, as I mentioned earlier, wandering out into the darkness at night and seeing mobs load in around you is scary because you can't just run away or use a shield. Mobs hit hard, and with limited food, combat's really a decision you have to make. Is it worth it to fight these mobs for their drops, or do you walk away and hope not to get shot or outran by a spider? And creepers. Oh, creepers. Do you remember when creepers were scary? I do. And cave noises? Wow. I just feel like modern Minecraft doesn't hold that same feeling anymore. Oh, and Herobrine. So, I do actually have and actively play a modern save of Minecraft. I have some things built and I do have fun building stuff and messing around. I can say with confidence though that it feels less special than old Minecraft. I miss that green grass and blue water. Walking around it just feels kinda unfamiliar. I don't know. Now, in conclusion, I think that modern day Minecraft does not hold the same feelings to me that it used to. Combat feels much easier, the graphics are much smoother and less stylized now, the game's building has shifted in a different direction since then, and the game is less scary now. Overall, the game has shifted from a survival game where you can build whatever you want to a game where you make farms to avoid the difficult parts of survival and forget about mobs the second you get an iron bar to ignore the survival aspect and go build massive, detailed builds. I understand the game has been taken a different direction, and that's not a bad thing. Maybe all these feelings are just nostalgia and nothing more, but I think there's something to be said about the community built around visiting and playing these older versions actively. If it was just nostalgia, I feel like far less people would still play these versions as long as they do. I think older versions of Minecraft hold a special place in many people's hearts, and the fact that a video game can impact this many people for the rest of their lives is nothing short of impressive. Finally, I'd like to say thank you all so much for everything recently. The views, the likes, the comments, and now finally 1,000 subscribers. I never thought I'd hit that milestone, and I only hope to keep growing. I really appreciate all of you guys for watching the videos and commenting. I read all the comments. I really like that you guys are enjoying the videos, and yeah, expect more content to come. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a good day. See you in the next one.